two investor updates over 2 consecutive days for Rainbow Rare Earths in August 2022. To find out what the investor updates are all about, I'm delighted to be joined by the Chief Executive, George Bennett. So George, so much for a quiet August. In fact, you've had 3 updates so far this month. So I'm wondering if August 2022 is becoming a breakthrough month for the company in terms of momentum, and whether Rainbow Rare Earths is being taken to the next level of activity.
Well, thanks very much for having me, Sarah, and thanks to the viewers for looking in on this this interview. Yes, there's a bit of momentum building, hopefully, in Rainbow. The announcements this month are, well, they are all significant. The first announcement was just the fact that we're joining the European Rare Earth Association, and this is obviously important for as Rainbow grows in size, that we need to be members of these associations and to push our narrative across Europe and in the US for that matter. So the other key announcement, as you've highlighted, was our process flow sheet update, which and technical report. And then we also made an announcement on a master agreement with OCP.
So let's talk about that processing flow sheet. It's very technical, but why is it so important?
Well, in June, we released a very important RNS, which was that we had finalized a economic flow sheet for the extraction of rare earth elements from our Phalaborwa Project in South Africa, and this was a breakthrough for Rainbow and was a very key update. But since then, we've been able to optimize this flow sheet even further, and that is going to feed into the PEA, which we are going to be releasing as per my technical report update. I've highlighted that the PEA will be released by Rainbow towards the end of September, beginning of October. Now, the reason why this is important is that have been doing further optimization of our flow sheet since June, and these optimization steps are, as I've mentioned, are leading into lower capex and opex for the project. To give you an example, one of the key optimizations that we've done is that we've taken out the nanofiltration step, and we've replaced this with countercurrent leach, or CCL. Now, the KTEC test work we've done over the last few weeks have confirmed that CCL is a better way to go for us, which means that we have a better recirculating load with our pregnant leach solution, and we're able to recirculate our sulfuric acid in our leach tanks in a far more efficient manner, leading to lower streams downstream and lower flows downstream, I should say. And with lower flows going downstream, which feed into the KTEC continuous ion exchange and continuous ion chromatography section of the plant, they are able to reduce the equipment sizes, and with reducing equipment sizing, you get reduced capex and reduced opex. So all very important to deliver a better PEA to the market.
Excellent. So we should extrapolate that message, which is significant capital and operating cost savings. And the other investor update I thought was very clever, because you are future-proofing the business. You've entered a master agreement with OCP in Morocco and the Mohammed VI Polytechnic. So you're working with the academics and the practitioners.
Yes, this is quite true. We signed, I believe, a significant master agreement with OCP and UMP6 in Morocco. Now, just for the viewers, just to note that there are 2 key sources of phosphate deposits in the world, being igneous carbonatite and marine sedimentary deposits. The IP developed by Rainbow, enhanced by the KTEC agreement we signed last year, is specifically applicable to the igneous and carbonatite sources of phosphogypsum like we see at Phalaborwa, and we've developed very, very good IP surrounding that process flow sheet extraction, and now we are using what we've learned there to enter into this agreement with OCP and UMP6, which we announced on Monday, and that's aimed at targeting the rare earths and the marine sedimentary phosphate sources that OCP have in Morocco, and combining this with the Rainbow KTEC IP and that of OCP and UMP6's own research, we believe that we would jointly develop a very successful extraction flow sheet these rare earth elements from their resources in Morocco. So we're very excited that we will be able to end up with another project in conjunction with OCP in Morocco.
Okay, so you're developing the optimal route for the extraction of rare earths. So I'm therefore thinking it's going to benefit your projects, but at the same time, you have another side to the business, and you could possibly take your technology, your IP to other fertilizer producers and monetize that.
Well, we've already signed an MOU with another fertilizer producer in South Africa to do exactly this, which was also announced in June. And we see a similar opportunity with OCP in Morocco. You're quite right. And, Morocco is a great country. It's well aligned with Europe and the US. And we think this is very positive for Rainbow going forward.
So let's have a look at the macroeconomic picture. Where is the company positioned in the context of green technology, which is so essential for the green revolution?
Well, we fortunately will be with our PEA coming out shortly, as I've mentioned. We are targeting 4 key rare earth elements at Phalaborwa, being neodymium, praseodymium, terbium, and dysprosium. And these are very key for permanent magnets, which go into wind turbines, electric vehicles, drones, electric scooters, and so forth. Your cell phone has a permanent magnet in it, and it's got a very, very large application. And these permanent magnets are key going forward for the world to try to reach the emission targets in 2050. And we know that the Chinese control 80% of rare earth production worldwide, and the whole world is looking for alternative sources for rare earth production outside of China. And we believe we can be one of those sources of rare earths, the key rare earths that are needed for this green technology going forward.
So the company has been very loquacious in terms of its investor updates in August. So I'm wondering when we'll hear from you next.
Well, we'll hear when we publish our PEA at the end of September, early October, as I've said earlier today.
Wonderful. Well, we look forward to that, and I hope I have the opportunity to speak to you then. Thank you very much indeed, George Bennett, Chief Executive of Rainbow Rare Earths. It's been a pleasure.